I spoke about my new book called Hunger in Paradise, which is not about how to achieve success, but how to stay successful. We talk a lot about how to achieve success, but we don't talk enough about the challenges that comes with it. Arrogance, complacency, fear of losing it all again. So my presentation was about staying hungry in paradise. First of all, if it ain't broke, consider breaking it. Daring to change when it looks like you don't need to change. Secondly, thinking outside in. Successful companies tend to only see themselves, so remain outside in thinking, not inside out. Thirdly, so think like a loser. So, as the example I gave with Lego, the best way to stay number one is to think and act as if you were number two. And the fourth one was what you see is not necessarily what you get. So when you recruit, you shouldn't play too safe, looking at certificates and CVs, but actually trying to find the talent, what I call the talent that whispers, the undervalued talent in the market. There's a lot of talent that is overlooked because we have a broken recruitment system in the world, but in many companies as well. And the fifth reason was kill the illusion of perfect conditions. So what's the perfect conditions for high performers really? Not exactly what we tend to think. You gotta ask yourself first, do you actually have success? Because that depends on who you compare yourself with. I gave an example with Lego that is 3 times as profitable as their worst competitor in the toy industry. And then they asked themselves, actually, are we actually competing in the toy industry? Because think about if a 10-year-old boy did not buy Lego, would he then buy a product from a competitor? Or maybe he would buy an iPhone. I mean, if you bought an iPhone, then the battlefield is no longer the toy industry, then it's the children's playroom, and then you compete against Apple maybe instead of Megablocks. Then you can compare yourself with Apple, and then you will look like a loser again. And you need to have that courage to benchmark yourself against something or somebody that will make you look like a beginner. So I've been doing research into how can companies not only become successful but stay successful. There are a few things. I think the first thing is you should always be willing to look critically at your success. Why are we successful? Is it because we have a contextual advantage in the market that is temporary? Or is it because we do great? Is it because we were lucky? And I talk about like treating success with the same level of skepticism as you treat failures. And then I think what characterizes companies that really stay successful is that they have the courage to interfere with the winning formula. So I present a concept in here saying, if it ain't broke, consider breaking it. Which is you gotta change sometimes when it doesn't look like you need to change. And that's scary for a lot of people. Yeah, I've been traveling the world to understand why do some small places in the world produce a lot of top talent in sport. And what I've seen were not like fancy, big, comfortable facilities, but Spartan and simple facilities. And it made me like think, what's the perfect conditions for developing high performance actually? And I don't think that's where you have a lot of time, a lot of money. I think it's the opposite. Very often it's driven by, innovation is driven by scarcity constraints. And that's the difficult thing for a successful organization, because it has a lot of money, it has a lot of time, it has a lot of people. Yeah, small places. A gold mine is a tiny place that produces a lot of top athletes. The best middle distance runners in the world come from the same village in Ethiopia with 17,000 people. Best skiers, alpine skiers, come from a small village with 500 people in northern Sweden. Best female golfers come from the same area around Seoul in South Korea. So I've been traveling around for 6 months, and I lived and trained in these gold mines to crack the secrets actually. And yeah, so that's the concept of gold mines.